It's a privilege for me to welcome you to the Embassy of Ireland in London. We are very grateful to His Excellency Ambassador O'Neill and his colleagues for providing us with such a special venue for Irish Heritage's annual Christmas by Candlelight concert. Like so many in the performing arts, we've been unable to present any live events for months. So when we were faced with the prospect of losing our popular Christmas concert, it was time to say, enough is enough. We can't let that happen. So we decided to go virtual. We've assembled a talented cast of performers and readers who've been working with our artistic advisor, Audrey McKenna, over recent weeks to prepare a concert that is all about celebrating the spirit of Christmas. We're especially proud that 5 of the performers you will hear are Irish Heritage Bursary recipients: Carolyn, Holt, Amy Gillen, Molly Rafter, Justine Gormley and Aran O'Grady. The other 2 performers, Ava Dodd is the 2020 Music Bursary recipient from our friends at the Royal Dublin Society, and our bass, Conall O'Neill, revives a long-standing connection with the Irish community here in the capital. As for our readers, we welcome back Ambassador O'Neill, and making her first appearance with us is Katie Jemmett, the Director of the Ireland Funds, Great Britain. Our concert will finish with an arrangement of Silent Night performed by our ensemble. Silent Night was first sung in a village church near Salzburg in Austria 202 years ago. It's a song for the people, from the people, with a universal message of peace and love that is especially appropriate this Christmas. So please join in wherever you are. Finally, on behalf of all at Irish Heritage, Ambassador O'Neill and the staff of the Embassy, may I wish you, your families and friends a very happy Christmas. Let us hope that the new year will see us return to safer times when Irish Heritage and other performing arts organisations can bring you the joy of live music again.
Frosty wind made Mohr. Hello everybody, I'm delighted that the Embassy is hosting this event with Irish Heritage this year. For the last 3 years, myself and my wife Aisling have been delighted every year to go to St George's Church in Hanover Square for Christmas by Candlelight, one of our favourite events in London. Fortunately, we can't do it this year, but we're delighted that it's taking place virtually here at the Embassy. And my congratulations to Irish Heritage for doing this wonderful event, and I'd particularly like to thank Paddy Lennon in particular for his leadership in ensuring that this continues this year, notwithstanding the circumstances we find ourselves in. I have two brief poems I'd like to read this evening. One of them, the first one, is by Moya and it's called Snow Day. Snow like manna fell through the night. By my closed window, the cypress's fingers strain under mounds of white. Deep deer tracks pass the front door, halt at the hedge, start again deeper on the other side. Snow fell and fell through the night, feeding our need for silence, for midwinter light, for believing that all can be cleansed, made right. The second poem is a more indoor affair, and it's called Real Tree by Conor Cleary. My nana told me how my aunt got allergies one year suddenly from the Christmas tree. How she took steroids for a week to no avail in hopes of keeping a real tree in her living room. She had to give up at 3 a.m. on the 24th when it came down to authenticity or breathing. She slipped out to the supermarket, open all night for Christmas, and got a flat-packed tree instead. I can't stop imagining her doing the swap, the silent undecorating, the indignant ornaments on the floor temporarily. I can't stop being impressed by this colossal sleight of hand. The next morning, my aunt asked her family if they noticed anything different, and her husband panicked and said she looked nice. It was almost New Year's when he took out the vacuum and noticed there were no pine needles.
It is the night of Adeste. An excerpt from How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. The Grinch hated the Who's down in Whoville, they say, so he snuck down in secret early Christmas Day. He stole all their presents, he stole all their wrapping, he stole all their food, all their tinsel and trappings. Then he took it all up to the top of Mount Crumpet, packed high on his sleigh, he was ready to dump it. He stared down at Whoville. The Grinch popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. And the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling. How could it be so? It came without ribbons, it came without tags. It came without packages, boxes or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. And what happened then? Well, in Whoville they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Ring Christmas bells, merrily ring, tell all the world Jesus is King. Loudly proclaim with one accord the happy tale, welcome the Lord. Ring Christmas bells, sound for a tale, the birthday of Jesus is here. Herald the news to old and young, tell it to all in every tongue. Ring Christmas bells, too loud and long, your message sweet, be loud or wrong. Come, all ye people, join in the singing, repeat the story told by the ringing. Ring Christmas bells, loudly proclaim with one accord the happy tale, welcome the Lord. Ring Christmas bells, merrily ring, tell all the world Jesus is King. Loudly proclaim with one accord the happy tale, welcome the Lord. Ring Christmas bells, sound for a dear, the birthday of Jesus is here. Herald the news to old and young, tell it to all in every tongue. Ring Christmas bells, too loud and long, your message sweet, be loud or long. Come, all ye people, join in the singing, repeat the story told by the ring. Ring Christmas bells, Christmas bells, ring Christmas bells, loudly proclaim with one accord the happy tale, welcome the Lord.
Ring Christmas bells, merrily, tell all the world
Jesus is King.
Schlaf in himmlischer